Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm busy doing a little bit crochet. See a little bag I'm show you. Just a little bag, you know, one for little children. It's be for a little girl, this one, because it's got like pinks and blues and beige. I think it's beige, lavender or lilac. And you know, I was trying a different stitch doing these bags. Instead of going through the whole of the V, you got like the V stitch there. Instead of going through the double crochet, going through the whole V, I'm just going through the back of the stitch, and that's what's giving those lines across there. And I've noticed something when I crochet like that, when you crochet in the round, your work tends to lean. So that side, instead of being straight up like that, it starts coming across like that. That's the way it looks as you keep going round. It's not noticeable that. But since I've been doing it like this, it's not sloping like that. I can see follow the stitches, the same stitch, and it's going straight. So I would be doing a lot more crochet like that. I think that's going to be much better. It's got the little base on the bottom like that. I'm not sure how much it's going to take. That's how much I've got left of the ball. It's that chenille stuff. I think I bought it from Aldi's quite some time ago, and I was looking through my stash to see what I had, and I have another ball of it here. If there's enough, I will make another one, but if I have to just break into this one, I might do a slightly smaller one if I can get the same number of rounds out of it. But I'm also using a little bit of double knitting as well. No, it's not double knitting, it's chunky. Yes, it's a strand of chenille and the one strand of chunky, and I'm using an 8mm hook to do it with. So I'll wait until I finish it to see how many I can get out, because I don't want to be left with a little bit that you can't do anything with. But I think I'm going to have a look for more of this, because it is quite a lot cheaper when you buy it from Aldi's and, you know, online and other places. But anyway, I was at my quiz night last night, and there were us 16 teams and we came second. If there hadn't been a little bit of arguments about one or two questions, we would have won that last night. Especially one which I was really annoyed about. We started off, there was three of us. There was me, my friend Anne, and her son Michael. And like I'm saying, there were 16 teams altogether, which is a little bit more than what there normally is. I think a lot of people may have been on holiday since we've been going there for the quiz. And while if there's any answers that Michael doesn't know, he leaves it between me and his mother, Anne, to argue it out. And I think he got sick of hearing us arguing. He said that the first time we argued, he went with me. He says he was putting down what I said. But he says the next time he's going to put down what his mum said. We're going to take turns like that, because me and Anne do argue a lot over the questions. The first question was I was given the answer to it was, what do you call the collective name for hens? Now, Anne straight away picked the paper up and she wrote clutch down, and I says, it's not clutch, Anne. I says, clutch is eggs and little chicks. I says, it's a brood for the adult, the hens. And she argued with me. She says, no, it's not. She says, it's a clutch. I says, it's not, it's a brood. And we were arguing, and that was when Mike interrupted, and he says, well, I don't know what it is. So he says, I'm going to go with Sheila this time. So I'm putting brood down, which I was right. But he says the next time it'll be my mum's turn. And one of the other questions, I was really annoyed because it was her turn. And it was asked, what county was Stonehenge in? And I knew the answer to that. And I said straight away, it's in Wiltshire. Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, and Anne said, it's not, it's in Hampshire. I says, it's not, it's in Wiltshire. And we were arguing, of course it was Anne's turn, and Mike wrote Hampshire down. If he'd wrote what I knew it was, Wiltshire, which it was the right answer, if he'd wrote that down, we would have been level with the ones who actually won. But there was one other question that was my fault. We only got half a mark for. If we'd got that full question, we would have won. And that was about an actor who had died just recently. He's in his 60s and he was in the Reservoir Dogs. And I knew I had seen that on the news on my computer. And I knew his surname was Madsen. But I thought it was Richard. I got the first name wrong, but it was Michael Madsen. So we only got half a mark for that. But if I had remembered that it was Michael and not... I should have remembered Michael with Michael sitting there beside us. But anyway, that's how Michael was working it. So he took his mother's word for it. And then she said after this, I could have sworn it was in Hampshire. I says, I told you it was in Wiltshire, man. After I handed the papers in, there was a team sitting behind us, and the fella tapped me on the shoulder and he says, thank you for that one. He says, I heard you and Anne arguing, and he says, after I heard you say Wiltshire, that reminded me, because we couldn't remember where it was. So they weren't the team that won, so there was no harm done there. But, you know, it's a good night. It's a laugh, you know, and I just wonder me and Anne don't fall out over the argument over some of the questions. But we played a game of rock and roll bingo after that to do other things in between, you know, like we pay, it's only like 50 pence we pay towards these little things to do, where they have we have a card where we'll all have to put our name down, and the quizmaster asks a question like, how many people have said such and such about such and such a thing? And he gives us a number, like say 500, between 1 and 500, and we have to put a number down. And if you win, you get like a fiver or something like that. We do things like that, so it's quite interesting and that. And then we play a game of rock and roll bingo afterwards, which is a bingo card. But it has songs and the singers on, like 15 songs and the singers instead of the numbers like the normal bingo. And you know, I hardly knew any songs on there. They're the newer. I never listened to any new songs on the, the radio or anything like that, or the television. I have all the old songs that I know from the likes of the 50s, 60s, 70s and 80s in my computer, in my phone. I just listen to them. I'm not interested in some of the songs these days. Just don't like them. So I haven't got a clue what half of these. So Mike had to come and sit beside me, because another reason he had to do that, I have had some hearing aids. I'm showing you what they are, these hearing aids. I've only had them a month. I bought them from eBay, and neither of them is working now. So I hadn't any hearing aids to hear what the quizmaster was saying properly. I could hear a lot of it, but some of it I couldn't make out what he was saying. So I couldn't make out what he was saying for the songs. So Michael sat next to me and he was telling me and showing him, even if I couldn't hear him, he was showing what they were on my card so I could cross them off. And Anne won 2 lines, so he got £7. So he got £9 for the quiz and £7, and we always share whatever we win. So at least we had a fiver each out of that. But that was so annoyed about those hearing things, these type of things. I wouldn't recommend anyone buying them, because like I'm saying, I've had these, I think it's about a month since I bought them, and I was using them in both ears, but I don't think I needed them in both ears, but I was using them in both ears. And there's like a blue one and a red one. Take them out, like the blue one. And the red one, and the blue one was going in my right ear and the red one in my left ear. And I think after about 2.5 weeks, I noticed that the blue one, I wasn't hearing like I was before with it. And I took it out and I got a little screwdriver for the to turn the sound. There's like a little thing inside. I don't know whether you can see from there, but there's a little thing there where you put a screwdriver in to turn the sound up and down. And I thought I just needed the sound turned up on it. So I tried that. It didn't make a blind bit of difference. There was just nothing at all. It's still charging, but it doesn't work. So it was okay. I had the other one. I could hear perfectly with just the one in, which is why I realised I think I've only got really a big problem with one ear. That was okay. Then after about 3.5 weeks, that one packed up as well. So I had no hearing aid or anything to hear the questions. I was having to rely on Michael and Anne if I didn't hear the question properly, which I did hear most of it, because I think because of where I was sitting now, we sit in a different place when we first went, and I can hear a lot better where I'm sitting because I'm looking face at the Quizmaster, and I think I do a lot of lip reading as well. But anyway, I have made an appointment at Boots on the Silver Link beside where I live. I'm going down there tonight. I have an appointment for 6:30 tonight to go down to get a proper hearing test, and I'll probably be buying the hearing aids. It'll probably cost me quite a bit for them from there. So I don't know whether I get them straight away or whether I've got to wait or but. So I said to Michael and Anne, with a bit of luck, I might have some proper hearing aids for next time I come because I do need them. I found that out with using these ones, that I do need hearing aids, and I could turn my television or my computer right down. Well, I had it up on 100. My computer, I had the sound up on 100 before, because I couldn't, and sometimes it didn't really help turning the sound up because I just couldn't. Wasn't that I couldn't hear, I couldn't understand properly what people were saying. And when I was talking to everyone in my granddaughter's house, and that if anyone was talking to me over the other side of the room, Craig will say to me, he says, "You never heard a word I've said, have you?" And I say, "No, I haven't." So I've known for quite some time that my hearing is not as good as it should be. So hopefully I'll get that sorted tonight. And I could have went to NHS and probably gotten free, but I don't know how long it would have taken me to get an appointment. I'd have to see a GP and wherever you have to go after that, I don't know. But I just decided to go to Boots. I'm going to pay for them myself. Whatever I have to pay, it'll come from my YouTube earnings, so it's not too bad. So anyway, I'm doing what I can. I have to look through my crochet channel and see whether I've done a tutorial for a little bag. I'm not sure, because if I come to make another one of these, I think I'll do a tutorial for it on the crochet channel. That'll get me a few more views to get the views up and maybe some more subscribers. I'll just check and see if I have done I've done 1 or 2 little tutorials on there, but I'm not sure what I've done. I'll have to check. I do so many things on so many channels now, I get lost in what I've actually done. Content, that's it. I'm looking to find what I've done. View all. I think when I first started, I think I showed how to do a bag with the PU leather base. Then I showed how to do some stitches. I showed how to do a notion pouch, a tutorial for a notion pouch, how to join the yarn with different balls. I think I showed how to do a tutorial for all the balls that I do, these balls for putting the wool in. I think I did one of those, and I did granny squares, the flower tutorial. Oh, I have done a small child's bag, but it's one with a different wool, so it would be exactly the same if I did another one. Yeah, I haven't done a lot on the crochet channel. I have to getting some things done on it. I've had 1 or 2 messages coming through. Oh, I have just sold one of my packs of 5 patterns. I think I'll have to look through and see how many I've got left. I don't think there's many of the 5 left. I think I've only got the 3, the ones with the 3 in. No, just sending a message to the lady about the she wants a pack of my 5 imperfect patterns for £3.50. No, that lady lives in Northern Ireland, so it's the same as posting in this country, in anywhere else in the UK. So I'll post that on my way out tonight when I go to the down to Silverlink for my hearing test. I'll shut that down. So that's what I'm just going to sit and do this. So, you know, sometimes I just like to sit and crochet. There's not as much to think about when I'm doing crochet. So that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.